This is the third part in a series about why video games are intrinsically motivating, and so that we can better understand what that even means. So we're talking about how Enter the Gungeon kicked my butt, like so hard. My death count is 127, and the Switch tells me that I've logged over 65 hours in. I don't know whether that's a lot or a little, all things considered. I died so many times. That may not seem like too many times, 127. I mean, there are single levels of Super Meat Boy that killed me that many times. But some of the runs in Enter the Gungeon take an hour and a half before you die. Then, as soon as you are dead, it sends you all the way back to the game. It even shows this reality-accurate clock moving backwards to when you started playing. Do you know how many times you have to die to realize that this is a representation of the time that you wasted? It's like getting mocked by a clock. There's almost no progress between runs. It makes Dark Souls seem forgiving. So, when I would die, I'd have this existential crisis where I would stare at the screen and ask myself, why? Why was I doing this to myself? Why was I compelled to try again after watching my 60-minute play session disappear from the slightest mistake in movement? Which brings us to today's topic in our Intrinsic Motivation series, mastery. See, human beings have this deep, almost masochistic urge to challenge things. People climb mountains, run marathons, start charities, work out, and invest in relationships voluntarily. There is evidence that ease is hazardous to our mental health. When we are not facing something and overcoming it, it hurts our well-being. Oftentimes, games are seen as easy, or a way to be lazy. That's hardly the truth, though. It's rather ignorant. Games can be grueling, intensive, competitive, and require precise execution that is developed over years of practice and with thousands of hours. When I heard that professional StarCraft players average over 300 actions per minute, I was blown away. Every fifth of a second, they were doing something different. Esports and video game competitions are becoming bigger and bigger parts of life. So, it isn't true that gamers are lazy. In fact, games seem to fill the human need for mastery and challenge. That is what fascinated me about playing Enter the Gungeon. There was no reason for me to be doing it. I was getting nothing out of it, except pain, maybe. I wasn't even playing with others in any kind of competition for recognition. It was totally intrinsic. I just wanted to kill my past, an arbitrary goal set by the game. And it made me work for it. First, I had to get decent enough at the combat to even make it past the first bosses. Then I had to learn the small mechanics of each floor to make sure that I used my resources well, otherwise I would be destroyed on later floors. I had to learn each boss's attack pattern because any one of them could kill me. I made it to the very end 3 times, just to die with the ending mere seconds away. So I learned secrets to increase my resources and promised myself that I would do only 1 run a day. I slowly became more consistent and learned everything. I was obsessed. Mastery had me. One of the 3 pillars of intrinsic motivation. We want to master the things that we are doing. We want to become excellent at challenging tasks. Growth motivates us, and Enter the Gungeon demands excellence. There's so much going on, so many things to keep track of, and enough variance in the items that you can't ever just rely on one thing. The only part that is constant is you and your skill level. Times that you think you're doing well can be cut short very quickly, and you are left back at the beginning with nothing. Very few things have demanded that kind of mastery from me. But success was sweet. I finished the game. I don't know that I gained anything from playing that, but I do know that finishing the challenging thing made me feel more human. So, if you want to make sure that you stay motivated, make things a challenge. Think of the things that you need to do as a challenge. Find hard things. because your brain is wired to get them done and get better at them. And don't ruin it with an extrinsic reward. The challenge is the reward.